Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am so sorry for how long this video has taken, but things have been kind of rough in my life, been kind of hectic and crazy, so I haven't been able to get around into doing this makeup haul from the makeup that I got from Mexico. So if you aren't following me on social media or on here, I did go to Mexico on vacation to visit family, and I was on a mission. I wanted to find as much local makeup that I could find in Mexico, just to kind of see what they had out there, just kind of, who am I kidding? I went down there to pick up some more makeup because why? Because I want to have lots of makeup and I want to see what they have in Mexico, and if I can compare it to stuff here so I can recommend it to my family members, friends, or whatever. So or if you guys have family member and friends in Mexico, you can maybe see some of this stuff and be like, hey girl, pick that up, send it to me ASAP. All right. Okay. So I was only familiar with some cosmetics from Mexico, and I was more interested in finding them, but I did know that I was going to pick up more cosmetics like from different brands. The number one cosmetic company that I wanted to go visit, and I wanted to go to the store and I wanted to go pick up as many products as I could from them, was Adara. Adara Cosmetics is kind of compatible to like NYX Cosmetics here. It's super good quality. It's good. It's affordable. In Mexico, it is a little bit more expensive, just because over there it's money's different. But to me, it's like NYX. It's like NYX Cosmetics. It's very compatible. They have really similar stuff. Packaging kind of reminds me of it as well. But so I wanted to go there. I also know companies like Bissu. Bissu, to me, I've known Bissu since I was younger and I went to Mexico because I used to have the eyeliners and I love them. They're super creamy and they're way affordable. They're like, I think I used to buy their eyeliners for like 6 pesos when I went over there, which is not even like a buck. So when I went over there, their products is what surprised me the most, because their products was so freaking, like, they did so good in upgrading their quality of their eyeshadows. Just the eyeshadows alone. Before, the eyeshadows used to remind me of eyeshadows like those kid makeup eyeshadows where they're just like not good. They're not good at all. Before, when I used to see like Bissu products, to me they just weren't that good of quality. But now when I went, their quality is so much better. They have way more pigmentation in the eyeshadows from what I remember, and their eyeliners are still the bomb. I went to every pulga in Mexico, every single swap meet or tianguis or whatever. I hit it. I was there. The stores honestly have the same stuff, but some stores had that one product that it was like, oh, I didn't see that at the other tianguis, or I didn't see this here, or it was cheaper here. So my padrinos did me the favor of taking me to Guadalajara too, because in Guadalajara there's this calle. It's called Francisco, I don't remember what it's called, but I will write it down as soon as I call my madrina in the morning, because it's too late to call her right now. But they took me there, and that street is pretty much like the street where you find makeup. There's everything beauty related that you're gonna find, that you're gonna need, you'll find it there. They have makeup, they have hair supplies, they have nail stuff. I went there to find the makeup, and I went to Adara because Adara was there. Let me just take a second real quick to share my feelings on my experience at Adara, okay? When I went to Adara, I was vlogging. I was super excited. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I never have vlogged in a store, so I wasn't like trying to go in there and be like, hi, how you doing? I want to vlog and take a picture of you and record you. I wasn't doing that. I knew to turn off my camera as soon as I got to the door, but they still saw me with my camera, and I don't know why, but they were kind of rude. Like, right when I walked in, I started asking about products. I started asking like what they recommended, and they were really snobby. I don't get it. I don't get why people have to be snobby. If you work in cosmetics, if you work in anything that has to do with dealing with people, be nice. it doesn't make sense. You work, especially if you work off commission, you want to be nice. You want to make that person feel like you actually care. And if you don't care, or you're not into makeup, or you're not into talking about makeup, you probably shouldn't be working at a cosmetic store. Just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, wasn't a good experience. I went twice. If I wasn't so desperate to get Adara Cosmetics, and if I had more time to go to another Adara location, I probably wouldn't have purchased from them. But I did because I was desperate. Check yourself, girl. Check yourself. So the first place that I went to was Adara Cosmetics. And this is the bag that I have. I did get something else, but it broke. They're packaging some of the stuff, I'm not even gonna lie, it is kind of more on the cheap side. So I'll just do this one first. But the first thing that I picked up was a bronzing powder. It broke, the little plastic broke. This is a bronzing powder. No, I do not think it should be used for a bronzer. I think this is a perfect highlighter. It is more on the gold side, so I'm not really sure where the bronzing powder comes, but hey, whatever. This was the highlighter. I put it on my Snapchat. If you're not following me on my Snapchat, please do so. Marisella 0420. No, I'm not a pothead. That's my birthday. But this is the highlighter. It is a gold highlighter. Sorry, I have swatches from Milani. So this is the highlight point, and this was like, I want to say 30 pesos. So it was like close to, it was under $2. The second thing that I purchased from Adara is a sponge. I haven't used it at all. I'm actually really excited to use it. They didn't let me open it. They didn't have a tester there. But when I opened it, it is more on the stiff side. I don't know how I feel about it, but it was only like 20 pesos, which is about $1. So I'm not really too upset about it. I just want to test it out to see if it even works. If not, when I have a dry sponge, I still use them for like applying powders, anything that I do with a dry sponge. Baking is also something that I use with dry sponges. So if it doesn't work like I would want it to damp, then I have no problem using it dry. That's not an issue. I picked up this beautiful pigment, and this is a loose pigment. It's more on a gold, like pearly side. It's super pretty. I think it'll look super gorgeous if it's wet. But yeah, sorry I fixed the light. I feel like I look too dark. I picked up some matte lipsticks from Adara. See how similar they are to the NYX Cosmetics matte lipsticks? I think they look just like them. The first color that I'm going to swatch is number 80, and this is a pretty brown. It is gorgeous. Oh, how pretty is this brown? I don't think this is a matte. The next color that I'm going to be swatching is number 84. This is more of a pinky nude. This one is pretty. Actually, you know what? It looked, you see how deceiving they are? This looks like it'd be super matte, and it's coming on more like a sheen, but it is also very pretty. That was number 84. Number 86, also pink. I got a lot of pinks, but I tried to get different tone pinks. So like that one's more of a deep nude pink, whereas this one's more of a pinky pink. The next one is number 58, which is another brown, pretty brown. This one is really light, super light for my skin tone, but it is pretty. This one is number 31. I'm gonna go on top. This one looks very similar to number, oh, this one looks so similar. I mean, actually no, because you see how it's different shades of pink. We'll see how they work out. I'm actually pretty excited about them. I'm not worried about the colors. I know I'll use them. I wish I would have gotten different colors, not just the same pinky nudes, but I know I'll use them for sure, and I'm going back, so now I know kind of what to expect from them, and I'm gonna see if I pick up any more colors when I go. So the next thing, oh, I was super excited about these, was the Adara long-lasting lipstick. But it is so pretty. This pink is gorgeous. Definitely use it all the time. This was only like 22 pesos. I want to say like 22 pesos, which is just a little bit over $1. Glossy lip or whatever, I could just put it over whatever lipstick I was wearing. But this is it. It's just like a neutral tone lip gloss. So I got that one, and that's just in the number 20. It's just their full color gloss. And then I picked up this bad boy, which I'm super excited about. It's their crystal lip gloss. The applicator is just like that, so it's nothing crazy, which I'm okay with it. I like this applicator. I'm gonna have to put it on with like a, look at that color, look at that gloss, look at that glitter right there, look at that. Dang, yes, that is so pretty. Definitely cannot wait to use this on them lips. I had to hunt for this next product. I couldn't find it at the Adara store. They didn't have my shade, which is a pretty popular shade, I guess, over there. The Adara Super Cover Micro Flex Foundation. I have not tried this yet. I want to try it. I will probably post it on my Snap just because that's what's most convenient for me. So like I said, if you aren't following me, follow me if you want to see something about this, because I'll probably post it pretty soon. And I'm excited to try that. I'm happy I picked it up. I picked it up for 125 pesos. Let's see how much that is. 125 pesos. 125 por 18. It was 6.94. Más o menos, so about $7. Okay, $7 for this foundation, which is super affordable. That's pretty much what I pay for like my L'Oreal True Match, the little original jar one. So I'm hoping this is good. I cannot wait to try it. Follow me on Snapchat to see this. The last product that I got at Adara was this little quad. It's not a quad, it's a 6-color eyeshadow palette. Anyways, I got this one just because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like the other palettes were more of like the neutral colors, which I have so many of already, and I don't like my eyeshadow palettes to go to waste. I definitely try to use the ones that I have, use them up as much as I can, and then as soon as I see that I'm not using it, I will always gift them to friends or family. So when I saw this one, it just called out my name because of those dang blues. Look at those blues, especially this one, that one, all of them, those browns at the bottom. How gorgeous is this palette? I'm just gonna swatch some of them so you see what I'm talking about. They're super pigmented too, like no joke how pigmented they are. And I think that the colors are just so gorgeous. I can't wait to make some looks with these. And this is in the 106 Love in Bucharest. I went to Bissu, which was right next to them, and I didn't really care for anything other than their eyeshadows. When I saw their new eyeshadows that they pulled out, which was the professional eyeshadows, I was tripping because these colors were so pigmented and so pretty. How pretty is that color? I'm not too crazy about this packaging. I don't like these little single shadows. I'm gonna see if I could take out the thing and put it into a Z palette that I have. But these colors, look at that. How pretty is that? Gorgeous. I think it's so pretty. Like I went down for a second. That's such a pretty color. That one is in the color Menta. So this one is Melon. And I got Oro, Naranja. This one is called Navelina. I got these colors just because I felt they were only, I think they were like 12 pesos. And so, which is under $1. And for me, transition colors, I I tend to find myself buying whole palettes just for a couple transition colors that I see in the palette. So if I can find transition colors that cheap and just stock up on them, then I won't have that problem. I already have them, so I don't feel like I have to buy a palette just for that transition color. But the last one I got from Bissu was Salmon. There you go. This one is like a pink shadow. I think I went to the swap meet, and they do have a lot of stores that are just pretty generic, everything in one. They have lipsticks from eyeshadow palettes. They use a lot of City Color over there. I saw so many City Colors. I even went into a City Color store, but I wasn't too crazy about anything. I picked up one thing at the City Color store. But I did pick up these at, I don't know what it's called. It was just a random makeup cosmetics store. So I picked up these lashes. Okay, so I did go, like I said, to City Color Cosmetics, and I did pick up 2 product inner rim auto eyeliner because the one I had broke, and so I picked up another one, which is just simple nude inner eyeliner. I think it works very well. And then this isn't City Colors, but it was in their store. It's the Canela Cosmetics Vitamin Hydrating Spray. It's a pore minimizer and a hydrating spray. And then I went to another makeup store, just like a small, just private owned makeup store. And I did see some liquid lipsticks that I thought were pretty, and I decided to pick them up. The first brand that I picked up was from a brand called Princessa. Like I said, over there what's popping is like the fuchsia pink, dark magenta pinks, corals and stuff. So I did pick up these 3 colors, which is Petal, Queen, and Coral. Okay, so here are the swatches. This one is Petal, Coral, which is coming on super orange on my camera, but it is more of a coral, corally pink. And then I got 2 of the Prolux matte long lasting. So look at these. Tell me what they remind you of if you've been to the drugstore recently. Wet n Wild just came out with some, at least I've never seen them before, but they just came out with these little matte lipsticks. They're really pretty, deep burgundies and browns is what I've seen. I did see these in those exact same colors over there, like pretty much the exact same thing. Packaging and everything is the same. They have this little clear part at the top. Price wise, these were about $1, under $1, and this one is beautiful. The pigmentation on these are insane. They're super pretty. This one is Jewel. They're so pretty. They're so comfortable on the lips, but as soon as you get them wet, they're gonna come off. They're gonna dust off immediately. They don't crumble off. They completely wash off, even with your saliva, which sucks. I put it on and I was so excited. I was like, oh, these feel so good. They don't feel dry. They're gonna look so pretty. As soon as I licked my lips, I had butthole lips, which isn't very cute. So this one is Teddy, the top one. I did buy some of their lashes. These were on sale, so I just decided to get them. So I got a number 7, got the number 3. I also purchased number 10. I got number 9. These are the Le Creme eyelashes, 100% human hair, number 16. Then I got more of the Prolux. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to swatch those really quick because that's all that I purchased from that store, and that's all that I purchased in this haul. I didn't know until after I tried it when I got home about the whole, if you wet it, it's going to come off pretty quick. That's why I purchased so many, because the colors they have are insane. Like, they have so many colors. These Prolux are killer when it comes to pigmentation. It is in the, this one doesn't have the color on it. So this one doesn't have the color on it, but it is a pinky, oh actually this one's, yeah, this one's a pink undertone nude. This one is in the color Wicked, which is like a bluish purple. This one looks like it's going to be a little blotchy. Not even going to lie. Maybe 1, 2. No, this one looks like it's going to be a little bit more on the blotchy side. So what are you going to do? It was $1. That's wicked. This one is Toxic, and it's a matte, like a black. Oh, this one looks cool for Halloween. Oh, there we go. That one has a funny smell. It smells like licorice. That's so this one is in the color Naked, and it is a brown nude. How gorgeous this color is. My swatches are crazy. They suck. This one is a nude brown. That one is charming. That one is that. Daredevil. Then my last one is in the color Stone. And that one's in Stone for sure. So those are the cosmetics that I purchased in Mexico. I'm excited about going back because now that I am kind of know where everything is and I know what stores to go to and I know where to find stuff, I'm not going to be so overwhelmed that I'm going to be able to purchase more things. So sorry if this haul is big, but it was a lot of stuff. And I'm super excited to share with you, and now I can put it away and start using it and start posting stuff about them and swatches and looks and stuff like that. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. It's Makeupbymarisella. That's 2 L's. And my Snapchat is Marisella0420. And yeah, if you have any recommendations or any looks that you want to see with the products that I've showed you, please let me know in the comments down below. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not. And yeah, God bless.